have soul food, and it was not even far from where Danielle, the place where Danielle graduated. It was like 2 minutes from where Danielle graduated. But it was kind of small, but then they had a grip of people in there, and they had like a little wait or whatever. They had a little band playing, and they were playing, that band was playing good music, and they were older guys too, and they were singing some good old R&B music.
Oh,
and I was like, cool. What? And their food was good, girl. Their cornbread, they brought a basket of cornbread, you know, for you to eat. Oh my God. You talk about hot, straight out of the oven. They bring it to you with some butter. Girl, that cornbread just melts in your mouth. And Stephanie and them, they asked the lady for some more cornbread. They were going to bring it home. And then Danielle ended up Stephanie said, that little cornbread stealer. But Anthony had like this, it was called a soul food pasta. It had all kinds of, it was called soul food. It had all kinds of different meats like shrimp, sausage, you name it, it was in there.
That sounds good.
And Anthony had that. Danielle had, what did Danielle have? No, Danielle didn't have ribs. Stephanie had the ribs. Me and Tara had the fish. Girl, and their fish, I told Tara, oh, you're going to get one fish? Because you can get a fish and like 6 little shrimps on the side. I was going to get that. But I was like, I think I just want fish. And the lady came and she placed the order. You can either get a single or a double. So Tara goes, oh, can I get a double? I said, ooh. I said, I think I'm going to get a double too because I just got the fish. Girl, the fish fillets was like this. This is how big their fish was. And it came with 2 of those. That's why I ate one of my fish and I had my greens. They say you can pick that and you get 2 sides. Okay, I had the greens and potato salad. Their greens was bomb. It wasn't salty. Girl. Danielle had some macaroni and cheese. She let me try her mac. She goes, let me try your greens and I'll let you try my macaroni and cheese. So we switched. I let her try it. Girl, Danielle's mac and cheese was bomb. I mean, everything was good. Like, I didn't eat anything there that I could say, ugh, that wasn't good. Then we wanted to get dessert, but we were so full, we didn't want to get dessert because I wanted to get a peach cobbler.
You should have just took it
I
home.
could have brought it home. Yeah, I said, that's what I told Stephanie, because Tara's like, I wanted to get dessert too, and I should have got it and brought it home. But I was like, But that place was, and that man, he can make a lot of money. I mean, they had people coming in, taking out orders and stuff, just coming there and picking up their food. They were that busy. And then they had a party. I think we just seen like 3 people that graduated with Danielle. That their families was there too. But it was nice. It was really nice. The graduation, then said, I watched it. That was too long. I said, shh, yeah, you think that's long? Try being there. Tara was all, we're all.
I know. I watched it not even like 10 minutes and I got off.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can watch it over.
Yeah, I just, like I told her, I said, I just don't want them to go. Good thing Danielle, I mean, it was nice that Danielle was first, but it wasn't that she had to sit throughout the whole thing, so we had to wait for her. And then, do you remember Mrs. McTeer from our job? From our church when we used to go to Reverend Ruffin's church? Do you remember Grandma talking about Mrs. McTeer?
No.
Well, her daughter graduated. She got a bachelor's degree from there, and they called her name, and I was all, ooh, Heather, because her name was Heather McTeer. And because Danielle was like, yeah, Heather graduated too, and I was there when they called her name. But then Danielle was like in the first set.
So I'm confused on what Danielle got going on. She got too much going on.
What is she? She's actually a doctor for management training and something and psychology. Danielle said, just tell people that I got my doctorate's degree in management and psychology. She said that's the easiest way to put it.
So how long did she do that?
What? That's what well, she was already kind of doing it with her DB2. So that's kind of like management Like that was already that, but then
so
psychology.
Confused. Like all that, whatever she got.
Well, you gotta ask her. She'll explain it to you. You know, Danielle likes to explain things, so she'll explain it to you where you understand. But and when they said Dr. Danielle, I was like, woo! Just for them to hear them say doctor.
Is she considered a doctor?
She's a doctor in management and psychology. She's not like a doctor, so like Ari.
Like, she just manages.
She manages in psychology. You have to ask her. She'll explain it to you.
I'm gonna look it up then.
No, you need to. Okay, let's see. Let's look it up. Well, it'd be better. Let me see if she's available. She can explain it real quick.
I have to go to work I gotta be there at 8 to get my CAT card. What should I do? Just come back home until 1?
When? Today?
Tomorrow.
She wants you to go up there and get it. Did you tell her you live in Victorville? So just tell her, are you supposed to drive up there at 8 and get it and come back home and then go back up there at 1?
It's a he. But I guess we're supposed to be there early. I don't know.
So why can't they just give it to you when you go to work at 2?
I don't know. Because they leave early. They don't really be there as long.
So I don't know. What's your CAT card? What is a CAT card?
That's to get in the base. That's to basically have access to everything. Remember, that's the card that, like, you have your picture and it'll show that, you know, you work for the base and you can get your discounts and stuff with that, too.
Yeah. So I would say, is there any way that I can just go up there at 8 and just start work? I don't want to make it like an inconvenience.
Well, no,
just say, is it an inconvenience? Do I have to go up there at that time and then drive back to work at 1? Or is there a way that I can either come up there at 8 and stay until maybe 2 or 3 and then come home and then the next day start my shift at 2 from 11? I would ask that. No, just tell me, because that's a lot for you to keep driving back and forth, for you to go up there and sit, for a couple hours until you have to start at 1?
I know.
Or at 2? That's crazy. I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't. I'm going to text Danielle first because she might be busy. I'm just saying, do you have time to explain something? Do you have time to explain?
My eyelashes.
What you actually got a degree in and why you're considered. Like I said, Tara just freaking stresses me out. That's why I had to open my little margarita.
Well,
because it's just too much. I don't know. Did you bring back? I need to take a nap. I'm mentally exhausted.
I'm mentally, physically exhausted. No.
Surprising.
And honestly, I only spent $80. That's not bad.
No.
And I thought I was gonna need the other shrimp. I got like 2 things of shrimp. I thought I was gonna have to put extra because I got the bag and I thought there was only gonna be a little bit of shrimp, but there was actually a lot of shrimp in it.
I should have had you get some carrots and potatoes.
I got potatoes.
Well, we need carrots because I was gonna try to make a stew this week.
Oh. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to get some more crab, but
I see we need some more syrup.
we need a lot of things.
No, we don't. Look, I stocked up on canned goods. We got a grip of